Boro Part 3. Friends were confused because they have the same things. Sometimes they even buy the exact same bag but just different colors. And she will still beg them to borrow her as theirs is more attractive than ours. She doesn't rest until she gets what she really wants. Uses it to snap, post it. Even if they were all financially stable now, she still had that borrowing spirit in her. Beauty was just so greedy. One day, Beauty got a sad call from Uche that her mother had passed and she was going to the village for the burial ceremony. Beauty followed her to the village. A big party was thrown for Uche's mother, and during the party, a strange ritual was done. A very pretty gold jewelry was handed over to Uche. Her people said it now belonged to her because her mother is no more. It belongs to her now and she has to keep it safe. A gold jewelry, Beauty said to herself. If it is to be sold, it will cost about 1 billion. Beauty was so shocked that Uche's mother had something like this in her possession, and yet they were still living like paupers. The gold jewelry kept entering her eyes. She wanted to steal it, but she decided to borrow it and never return it like she does instead. When they got back to the city, Beauty kept going through corners. Today, it is I have a party to go to, or it is an Owambe and I need to dress so classy. Do you girls have a jewelry to borrow me, please? The girls will tell her to buy, but she would lie that she's broke. Uche kept telling her that she has no jewelry to borrow her every time. And one day, Beauty got so angry and confronted Uche. She called her a bad friend, saying she followed her all the way to a far away village, and she can't even borrow her the jewelry that they gave her. Uche tried explaining things to Beauty, that it is not something that she can borrow her, but Beauty kept labeling her a bad friend. And to clear her name, Uche had no other option but to borrow the jewelry to Beauty. Beauty took the jewelry home. She was so wowed by it. She promised Uche that she would return it within 2 days max, but she didn't. Little did she know that the jewelry is a deity from their household and they worship it. Beauty wasn't going to any party. She was just being greedy and selfish. She wore the jewelry and used it to snap. She asked a gold jeweler how much it would cost and was so shocked by the amount it cost. If I have this money, I won't suffer again, she said, and she decided not to ever return the jewelry to Uche. It almost ruined her relationship with Uche because Uche kept calling her, telling her to return the jewelry, but she ignored Uche. Uche warned her that she would face the consequences, but Beauty ignored her. And out of greediness, she hired a group of boys and told them to end her friend Uche so she can have the gold jewelry all to herself. Unfortunately, Uche died and Beauty inherited the gold jewelry all to herself. She wore the jewelry every time admiring it. She loved the jewelry so much because of how expensive it is. But what she doesn't know is that there are some rituals that Uche performed on it weekly. One day, as usual, she wore it admiring it, but shockingly, she started feeling hot. She wanted to take the jewelry off, but it tightened her neck. She was so shocked. The jewelry spoke. Pour water on me, pour water on me. Beauty was so shocked she could not believe her ears. There was no time to process everything that she heard. She started pouring water on herself till she started shivering. She stopped pouring the water on the jewelry when the jewelry told her to stop. How could you buy your friend, you this wicked girl, just because of jewelry? The jewelry spoke. Don't you know that I am not just a jewelry to Uche? I am their ancestral jewelry. And now that you've taken me away from her, you must pay for it.